Hey, it's Fred Staab. BMW has announced that it's going to have 40 completely new models between now and 2028, the first of which is the iX3. We discussed that on Cruise Control Motoring.
Well, let's jump into the brand new model revealed this week from BMW. It is the iX3. This is the first of their new class vehicles. It is the X3 kind of, but all electric. They've given it a new look on the outside and on the inside. A ton of new technology. They call it a dawn of a new era. And believe it or not, the price on this thing is not all that terrible as far as new cars go, and has an all-new look on the inside. Unlike certain other vehicles that have just a giant computer monitor sitting on the dashboard, they have come up with a way to have a kind of a display that goes from A pillar to A pillar that is not that tall, but it is very wide. That will give you the settings for the vehicle, what gear you're in, that type of thing, radio stations, and then a unusually shaped monitor that will show you things like navigation and your temperature controls and your fan speed and things like that. And a lot of it is controlled from the steering wheel, which is kind of interesting. This has a estimated range of 400 miles. That's according to the testing in Europe. They have a lot of fun things in here. They say it has 4 super brains that will do the calculations for the car. And they call the drivetrain the Heart of Joy drivetrain, which enables unmatched poise, assurance, and precision.
Okay.
That's a press release right there. So what do you think of this? I mean, it is totally a clean sheet for BMW, and it is a new beginning for them, basically, right?
Well, it is a new beginning, and of course they've got a tremendous following worldwide and here. So I think that a lot of people will be waiting for these.
Is it
And
too much for the average BMW buyer, or is it just right? Is it something they want? They want the cutting edge technology.
I think about half the BMW buyers want the cutting edge, and they don't really care what the cutting edge is. The traditional BMW buyers, and I know two of them who have been buying BMWs for 40 years, um, they tend to, first, they tend to be scared off by the price. But secondly, they don't like things like the more stylized grills and all the lights on the as trim.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that falls as a generational difference rather than a big concern.
Well, let's talk about the price. Once again, this is an estimated 400 miles of range. It uses cylindrical cell high wall voltage battery and new electric motors in the Heart of Joy drivetrain. I love that.
Oh yeah,
800-volt architecture, right? And they're
right.
saying it should price out to start the BMW iX3 50 X Drive will start around $60,000. That's
Well,
not that's not
that's
for BMW crazy.
no, that is not. That's kind of middle of the road for BMW pricing.
Yeah. Um, they say the front end is a new interpretation of the classic four-eyed BMW face. I'm wondering if the interiors are a bit too much for some. I mean, what I love about this interior is they've come up with a way that the instruments are not blocked by the steering wheel, without just
Yes.
going to one big monitor in the center of the dash like Tesla does, which I find is too simplistic and also
I just don't like those. I agree. I'm a little concerned about how many buttons and things there are in the steering wheel because it kind of makes you look down too much.
hmm
But once you drive it and you get used to it, then you get muscle memory, and you know where things are. Um, I'm not. I love the 3D navigation system. I'm not thrilled about the dodecahedron shape. Uh, it's
It does sort of look like an X3 too, which I think is one of BMW's great looking vehicles.
right,
Um,
right.
you know, there's something to be said for getting a little bit out there and the new class and kind of breaking the mold. But I don't know. I really don't know. Uh, a lot of people drive BMWs around here. Would this be too much? I certainly look forward to trying it and putting it through its paces, but it might be a little bit too much for people. Um, and maybe they're a little bit ahead of the curve on that, but everything's newly designed seats and a choice of interior colors and materials. They have what they're calling that feature on the dash is called Panoramic iDrive. So it's a completely different
Ah,
take on iDrive, but I like that you're looking up. You will have to build muscle memory with those switches on the steering wheel, so you don't have to look down. Looking at it, it looks like it might be a little complex to operate, which I think
well,
is a
nothing
problem.
is as complex as the original iDrive.
That was They built a car that basically I couldn't drive. There's an
Yeah,
intelligent personal assistant. Who wouldn't want that?
that's
Uh,
right.
and
It's
adaptive
it's
assistant
yeah.
that turns into an intelligent digital companion. Now that's weird.
I mean, it is out there. I mean, I will say that.
hmm
I don't. Again, I think it might turn off the old traditional buyers. Uh,
Here's one thing I love. Look at this. BMW short charging times. The advances are brought by the sixth generation BMW eDrive technology. Maximum
mhm.
charging rate of 400 kilowatts enables users to add up to 230 miles of range in 10 minutes at an 800-volt DC charging station. Now, I don't know how common they are, but that is pretty amazing.
That's quite uh, impressive. Now the question is, how often can you do this without stressing the battery? And
They
uh,
say it's designed to not, they do it in such a way with technology that will protect the battery. Now, who knows? I'll take it. I'll take it at that. From the Wallbox Professional charger, they can charge up to 19.2 kilowatt hours, and if you have a
yeah,
grade 2
that's
charger in your house, that's not bad either.
not bad.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Let us know. Will the heart of joy bring you sheer driving pleasure, or is the technology and the interior controls just too much?
Hey, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you'll be the first to know when new automotive content comes out.